A manual transmission, often called a stick shift, gives the driver complete command over the engine's power output. It's a more involved driving experience, requiring the driver to actively manage gear selection based on speed and driving conditions. This is achieved using a clutch pedal, which disengages the engine, and a gear shifter, which allows you to select the appropriate gear for the situation. Mastering these two components is key to driving a manual car smoothly. Pressing the clutch fully disconnects the engine from the wheels and the transmission, interrupting the power flow. This allows you to change gears without damaging the engine or the drivetrain. With the clutch disengaged, you can then select a new gear using the gear shifter. The gear you choose determines the ratio of engine speed to wheel speed, influencing both acceleration and fuel efficiency. Releasing the clutch pedal gradually reconnects the engine to the transmission, smoothly sending power through the chosen gear to the wheels. This requires coordination between the clutch and the accelerator pedal to avoid stalling or jerky movements. Inside the gearbox, a complex arrangement of different sized gears work together to multiply or reduce the engine's torque. These different gear ratios provide the flexibility needed for various driving scenarios, offering optimal performance whether you're accelerating from a standstill or maintaining speed on the highway. Lower gears like first and second offer a significant torque multiplication, providing more power for starting from a stop or climbing steep hills. Higher gears, on the other hand, provide less torque but allow for more efficient highway speeds, reducing engine RPM and fuel consumption. The driver must constantly assess the driving situation and choose the right gear to optimize performance, fuel economy, and engine longevity, balancing power and efficiency. In contrast, automatic transmissions use sophisticated computer controls and hydraulic systems to automatically shift gears for you without the need for a clutch pedal or manual gear selection. Modern automatic transmissions have become incredibly advanced, with some models capable of shifting gears faster and more efficiently than even the most skilled manual drivers. The key difference between the two lies in driver involvement and control. Manual transmissions offer a direct mechanical link between the driver and the car's drivetrain, providing a more engaging and connected driving experience. Every gear shift becomes a deliberate and conscious action, giving driving enthusiasts a heightened sense of control and connection with their vehicle. Automatic transmissions, on the other hand, prioritize convenience and ease of use, handling the gear shifting work for you, allowing you to focus on other aspects of driving. This fundamental difference in control, driver involvement, and overall driving experience is at the very heart of the ongoing manual versus automatic transmission debate, and that's precisely why the manual transmission, despite its declining popularity, still holds a special and cherished place in the hearts of many driving enthusiasts around the world. For decades, manuals were the default choice for drivers around the world. They weren't just an option, they were the standard. Automatics were seen as a luxury, an exception to the rule. This was largely because automatics were expensive to produce, adding a significant cost to the vehicle. They were also complex mechanical systems, making them more prone to breakdowns and generally unreliable compared to their manual counterparts. Manuals, on the other hand, were cheaper to build. A simpler design meant lower manufacturing costs. They were also easier to fix when something did go wrong, a crucial factor in an era where roadside repairs were common. Beyond cost and reliability, manuals offered better performance and fuel economy, a significant advantage in the early days of motoring. Early automatics wasted power and fuel due to their less efficient designs, a major drawback when gasoline was a precious commodity. Skilled manual drivers could maximize a car's potential, extracting every ounce of power and efficiency from the engine through precise gear changes. In places like Europe and Japan, where resources were often scarcer, high fuel prices and taxes made manuals essential for small, efficient cars, making them the only viable option for many. Manuals made driving economical cars practical and even fun, allowing drivers to engage with the road and the vehicle in a way that automatics simply couldn't match. Driving was seen as a skill that required practice and finesse, and mastering the clutch, that delicate dance between foot and hand, was a rite of passage, a symbol of becoming a true driver. Manuals symbolized control and connection with the machine, making them a core part of the driving experience, an integral element that defined the relationship between driver and car. For generations, the manual gearbox was the essential link between human skill and mechanical power, a direct line of communication between driver and engine. That connection, that feeling of being in complete command, defined what it meant to truly drive and experience the road. The decline of the manual transmission is not just a gradual shift, it's a dramatic and measurable plunge. We can see it clearly reflected in sales figures and production numbers across the automotive industry. the data paints a stark picture of a technology fading from prominence. Back in the 1980s, the automotive landscape was vastly different. Over a third of all new cars sold in the US proudly featured manual transmissions. They were a common sight on roads and a staple in dealerships. Fast forward to today, and the numbers tell a very different story. Now, manual transmissions account for less than 2% of new car sales. This represents a monumental shift in consumer preference and automotive technology. Europe, once considered a manual transmission stronghold, a place where the stick shift was king, is now witnessing a significant turning point. For the first time in automotive history, automatic transmissions are outselling their manual counterparts, signaling a major change in driving habits and preferences across the continent. The rise of automatics can be attributed to several factors. The convenience and enhanced fuel efficiency of modern automatic transmissions are proving to be increasingly appealing, winning over car buyers everywhere. The ease of use and improved performance are hard to resist for many. Today, manual transmissions primarily survive in the realm of sports cars and a select few enthusiast models, catering to drivers who prioritize a more engaging and connected driving experience. However, even within these segments, automatic transmissions often outsell manuals, highlighting the pervasive shift in consumer demand. Today's manual transmission buyers are largely comprised of young enthusiasts or older loyalists who appreciate the traditional feel and control offered by a manual gearbox. The mainstream car buyer has largely moved on to the convenience and ease of automatic transmissions, especially as the cost and fuel efficiency gaps between the two types of transmissions have significantly closed in recent years. Choosing a manual transmission is now primarily about the driving experience, the connection with the machine, and the sense of control, rather than practicality or cost savings. As a result, manual transmissions have undeniably become a niche product, appealing to a smaller and more specialized segment of the car buying market. They are now primarily reserved for those who crave a more engaging and involved driving experience, a direct connection to the car, and the satisfaction of mastering the art of shifting gears. For automakers, offering manuals is costly and complex as demand drops. Developing and certifying both manual and automatic options doubles the workload. Advanced driver assist features work best with automatics, making manuals harder to integrate. Modern automatics are more efficient, helping meet strict emission standards. Most drivers prefer the convenience of automatics, especially in traffic. With over 98% of buyers choosing automatics, companies are phasing out manuals. Automakers focus on what sells, leaving manuals behind. The manual transmission is fading from mainstream cars. Still, a loyal group of enthusiasts loves the manual for its pure driving engagement. Manuals give unmatched control. Every shift is your decision. Driving becomes a skill, a dance between human and machine. The fun of nailing a perfect shift or downshift is irreplaceable. Manuals are simpler and can be cheaper to maintain than complex automatics. For DIYers, their mechanical simplicity is a plus. Ultimately, it's about the emotional connection and satisfaction of mastering a rare skill. In an automated world, manuals offer a unique, hands-on experience. For some, the journey matters as much as the destination. Electric vehicles may be the final blow to the manual transmission. EVs don't need multi-speed gearboxes. Electric motors deliver instant torque across a wide range. A single-speed reduction is all that's needed for most EVs. Adding a manual to an EV would add complexity without real benefit. The smooth, seamless power delivery is a key EV advantage. Some automakers have experimented with simulated manuals for EVs, but it's just nostalgia. These systems mimic the feel, not the mechanics, of a real manual. As EVs take over, the need for shifting gears disappears. The manual's platform, internal combustion, is vanishing. The electric revolution could make shifting gears a thing of the past. Is the manual doomed? For most cars and drivers, yes. Convenience, technology, and electrification are phasing it out of mainstream vehicles. But extinction isn't guaranteed. Manuals will survive as niche features for enthusiasts. Sports cars like the MX-5, Mustang, and 911 will keep the manual alive for purists. Manuals will become rare, a badge of honor for those who value connection over convenience. Their legacy will endure in the hearts of driving enthusiasts. Manuals will persist as a symbol of pure driving in a digital world. For a select few, how you drive will always matter as much as where you're going.